it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a YouTube hop called Rainbow Crush, and it's where we take a color of the month and we make our layout mostly that color. And I'm also using a sketch from Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Series 17, and today's sketch is by Brandy Jo, and you saw the sketch at the top of the video. And so today I pulled out my 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Spice collection because this month's color is green, and so I love the green in this collection. I don't have any more of the papers that are green, so I just pulled in this green paper from my stash. I don't know where it came from. And I thought it matched perfectly with the artistry collection. And so I'm going to use that as my my main paper. And then I pulled in a couple photo mats from my stash of 4x6 papers. And I just found one that had some kind of orange on it, which actually works out really good in the end. And so I only single matted this time, crazy. And so both of my photos are single matted on that paper. I had thought about doing my double mat with a white border around the picture, but it didn't look good. It stood out too much. And so I got those matted, and I figured out where I was putting the photos. I followed Brandy's sketch pretty closely in terms of her photo placement and what I think is her mixed media in the background. And so that's what I'm going to start doing, is the mixed media here. And so I pulled in my Distress ink in peeled paint, and I just put it on my glass mat here and added some water. And then I'm using some bubble wrap to do the packaging technique to put it onto the background. And I wanted to use the bubble wrap because I wanted it to have some texture to it. And to, instead of it just being flat, it adds just some more texture when you put the ink down. And then I am going to take the same color, the peeled paint, in the Distress embossing powder. And I'm going to use my clear embossing pad, and then I'm going to put the embossing powder over it. And I'm still using the bubble wrap so that my embossing powder will still have that texture. And I'm going to do it all over the background as Brandy Jo's sketch shows. And I really like how this turned out. The Tim Holtz Distress powder is interesting. Like it more adds like a grungy look to it. It's not like when you heat it that you can see this huge shiny transformation like a lot of the embossing powders. This just kind of adds that distressed grunge look to it. And then I'm going to go back over with the Distress ink and the bubble wrap on top of the Distress powder. Again, just to add some depth and texture to the background. And today I'm scrapbooking 2 photos from when we were in New York, and it's a picture of the St. Paul's Chapel, and it's a really cool old building. It was built in 1776, and it's like the oldest still running church. We didn't actually go in the church because they were in service, and it has all these really old gravestones out front, and I guess like George Washington prayed at this church after his inauguration as president. And so I just love historic landmarks and these type of things. And so this is just a picture of the church, and then you can see the headstones, which were crazy. They're just so old. It's amazing. And it's right in the center of Manhattan, which is also like you're at this really old church, and then you just look across the street and it's these modern high-rise buildings. It's crazy, but beautiful at the same time. So that's what I am scrapbooking, and I thought it was perfect because I feel like the lawn of this church, or the cemetery, maybe not the lawn, the cemetery, had really green grass. Like, I live in Tucson, Arizona. So for me, grass, it's green, but it's got this like brown tint to it because we don't get water. It barely rains here. And so when I see grass that's like green grass, it's amazing to me. And so these photos, that's all I see is this green grass. And so when the color for March for the Rainbow Crush Hop was green, I immediately thought of these photos because I was like, I have to pull in from that amazing grass that's in these photos. And so I pulled out all of the green embellishments from the Spice collection, and I originally was going to have the green lace across the top there, but I decided to just throw in some orange just to add another color. I don't do well with monochromatic layouts, and so I had to have another color, but it's mostly green, so I feel like it still counts towards the hop. And because I did that with the orange thing at the top, I needed to pull in some orange down towards the photos. And I just like how that looks. And then I pulled in some of the leaves that are kind of have like a orangish green tint to it, just to kind of try to tie everything in. And I have the film strips for the collection also. And so that's where those the green film strips came in. And I thought I was going to do the green bow up there, but again, I switched it out for the orange just to add some color. And I really loved that heart that was brown. And trying to pull in some color down at the bottom, I have Right Here and Now. And then I'll put Crisp and Golden Days at the top, just some wordy bits to get it in. And the ribbon or lace piece that comes in the laser cuts doesn't go all the way across. It's not like a 12-inch piece. So I cut the section that was going to go behind the heart and the ribbon so that I could make the piece reach all the way across the 12-inch layout, and then just cover up that little gap with the heart and then the ribbon piece. And so I really like how that turned out. This layout is a fun layout, and I think it was just perfect for the color green for the Rainbow Crush. So make sure that you go to the description box and you check out all the information for the Rainbow Crush Hop, and it has everyone that's hopping along as well as a playlist. And then there's all the information for the Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and all of that information is below. And the day 12, which was today, was designed by Brandy Jo. So I loved her sketch, and she has some really cool little hearts that go off to the side, and I'm like, those would be amazing to stitch. And I guarantee somebody out there in creative world here stitched that. So definitely check out the Facebook page so you can see how everyone interpreted Brandy Jo's amazing sketch. And thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons. But that's the layout, guys. Everyone have a great day. Bye.